Another Labor Prime Minister is in the headlines tonight. The former Prime Minister Paul Keating is calling for the introduction of laws to enshrine an individual's right to privacy to counter unwarranted media intrusion. Speaking in Melbourne tonight, Mr Keating said self-regulation by the media has failed and it's time for the law to step in. Hamish Fitzsimmons reports.
For Paul Keating, privacy is under attack.
On a range of fronts. Electronic surveillance, terrorism laws, growing police powers, these peek and seek provisions, police coming to your home, cleaning your computer, putting bugs in your telephone, business practices associated with information mining and marketing and new technologies.
The demand for information, however trivial or personal, has exploded with the growth of new platforms like the internet and social media, and it doesn't rule out basic rights, according to Mr Keating. He cites as example the stories involving sometimes sordid detail regarding athlete Candice Felsen, model Lara Bingle and New South Wales politician David Campbell.
Whole industries now revolve around so-called celebrity fame, rumour and gossip, often more correctly straight fiction, which is published these days often by media organisations. These organisations proclaim the importance of free speech in the dissemination of news, but clearly are more at home in the entertainment business.
In 2008, the Australian Law Reform Commission recommended the introduction of laws to protect privacy. The big ticket item was that people could sue for an unwarranted breach of their privacy, which Paul Keating wants to see made law.
What the Law Reform Commission has put on offer is a proposal to remove uncertain and possibly haphazard and fragmented development of the law in favour of a unitary approach flowing from national legislation.
Mr Keating has long taken issue with media intrusions into his private life, including his business affairs, his marriage and more recently an alleged driving infringement. Mr Keating wants laws to protect his and others' privacy because he says self-regulation by media organisations has failed.
It is naive in the extreme to believe that a clutch of large companies, in this case media companies, will or can conduct their affairs on some sort of trustee basis, having permanent regard for the public interest, leaving these companies to actually determine what that public interest is.
The solution? Mr Keating wants better training for journalists about what constitutes the public interest and an enforceable, uniform code of ethics. Media commentators like former editor of Melbourne's Age newspaper, Michael Gawenda, doubt that's workable and think having lawyers and judges determine what the public interest is could be dangerous.
Judges and lawyers and politicians don't necessarily have the same interest in terms of the public's right to know things that we journalists have traditionally thought was a right. And that's my major concern, that we're going to have to hand this over, because of our failures, basically, to judges and lawyers to decide what's in the public interest.
The federal government has indicated it will change privacy laws following the Law Reform Commission's report. Hamish Fitzsimmons, Late Line.